Rollins hits the stomp, and then we get a cover, and Seth Rollins wins the brand new World Heavyweight Championship. And now Seth Rollins will be carrying the brand of Monday Night Raw. What are my thoughts on this match? Again, I did not like the fact that this match opened the show, but due to the circumstances with WWE and what they were doing with the whole Bloodline and Jimmy Uso and that fantastic ending that they had, that climactic ending, I should say, it was totally understandable. But again, the fact that you're crowning a brand new champion that's supposed to carry the Raw brand and that title opens the show, I don't know. I kind of have a problem with that. Honestly, it would have been so much better if that match happened before the actual main event, if you didn't want this match to main event. In my opinion, that is just my opinion. But again, the fact that it opened the show, to be quite honest with you, I wasn't really for that. If there was any match to open the show, you could have easily had Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. That is just me. But nonetheless, Seth Rollins is the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. And yes, I still will call this championship the consolation prize or the secondary title because it is the secondary championship. WWE for years always had the tendency of having the world title and the WWE title. The WWE title was always superior than the World Heavyweight title. The only time the World Heavyweight title was much more superior than the WWE title was from 2002 through 2005 when Triple H had his reign of terror. That was the only time where the world title was actually more important than the WWE title. As soon as Cena moved from SmackDown to Raw, forget about it. The WWE title was the main championship in WWE. If you compare a guy like Seth Rollins, who is fantastic and deserves all the credit that he gets and deserves everything that he's getting right now, he absolutely deserves the World Heavyweight Championship. But again, if you compare a guy like Seth Rollins to a guy like Roman Reigns, immediately the person's going to look at it like, hey, Roman Reigns is the number one guy. Or if a guy like Gunther, for example, had the World Heavyweight Championship and you compare him to Roman Reigns, yeah, Gunther may have a dominant run with the World Heavyweight Championship, but let's be honest with ourselves, nobody is going to be topping the 1,000-day run of Roman Reigns anytime soon. So if anybody, and it can literally be like somebody that's almost at the level of Roman Reigns, holds this championship and you compare them to a guy like Roman Reigns holding the WWE Championship, immediately that title, the WWE title or the Undisputed Universal title, is going to be looked more than the World Heavyweight Championship. But nonetheless, with Seth Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship, what are the potential feuds that Seth Rollins could be entering himself in? There are a lot of different scenarios. Now, we got guys like Finn Balor and Judgment Day. Honestly, I would love a feud between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. That'd be absolutely great. A lot of people, of course, are talking about Gunther, and he's like the number one candidate at this point, and rightfully so. But I wouldn't immediately put Seth Rollins against Gunther. You wait maybe until the end of the year. You have Seth Rollins go on a freaking dominant run with that world title, and then as soon as he stumbles Gunther just dominates him and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. That is my opinion because, of course, Imperium is now on Raw, and you can definitely solidify Imperium as definitely, an unstoppable faction on the Raw brand. Because right now, Imperium, they're doing good for themselves, but really, if you look at Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, they're losing a lot of their matches, and that's how they're getting booked right now. But hopefully, down the line, they can focus more on Imperium. Because right now, what they're doing with Gunther and the IC title is pure perfection. Because the Intercontinental Championship is now the main mid-card championship in WWE. It's like so important. Much more important than it was like 2 years ago. But again, when it comes to Gunther, he should be the guy to take the belt away from Seth Rollins. But I'm only getting a little bit ahead of myself. We got to look at right now the potential feuds that Seth Rollins could have. Honestly, I definitely see him feuding with Judgment Day because it makes total sense. Feud with Finn Balor and Seth Rollins would be absolutely great. And not only that, I mean, this title, as WWE would state constantly, is going to be the Workhorse Championship. So, maybe Seth Rollins would be defending his title like on maybe a weekly basis, but most of the time he'd be defending his title constantly, man. This title is definitely solidifying itself as the Workhorse Championship, as WWE is saying. But nonetheless, Seth Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship is definitely the right decision to make. I wouldn't be against AJ Styles winning, but not only that, I mean, he's a SmackDown guy, so it really wouldn't make any sense. But Seth Rollins is the new World Heavyweight Champion, and honestly, I couldn't be more happier. This was the right decision to make.